Get your Woody Akademiks and check it out because you think it's a game? Now listen, man, it ain't no game, because Rich Homie Quan was in court today hitting the Quan, begging and pleading, you know what I mean, just screaming and hollering, trying to get a judge to not block him from putting out future music, okay? Now, that's a possibility. If you don't know, the courts have a lot of power. They could prevent Rich Homie Quan from putting out projects, period. Now, it's called an injunction, right? Now, his label tried to get an injunction in place against him because they said, just like Chief Keef, he's fucking up. He's dropping projects that's not through them, and they have a contract with him that states he must drop projects through them. Now, I've explained what a record contract or a standard record contract is, and it doesn't matter if you're signed to Def Jam or an independent label. They usually have the same terms, which means if you're going to release music, the label has the right to distribute it. They own all the rights to it, and when money comes in from the actual sales, they must collect it first before you get a check, okay? They got to get all gross receipts, right? Now, basically, Rich Homie Quan said his label was kind of stiffing him on a couple of things, $550,000 in a distribution deal, and they got that lump sum, but he accused the CEO of just pocketing that, right? Now, they kind of clapped back by saying, yo, listen, man, Rich Homie Quan, you've been dropping projects all over the place, and in reality, we don't even know how much money you're making, but in reality, we should be collecting all that money. We have a partnership that says we do certain things, you do certain things. And the certain things that you do is not drop other records with other places and really go off the plantation. That's pretty much basically it, right? So they filed a countersuit against Rich Homie Quan, which they also asked for an injunction. So they wanted the judge to say, listen, until we figure this out, could you stop him from putting out any other albums, any mixtapes, any songs that's not approved by us? Now, the judge is going to rule on that. He has not done that yet, but we could imagine a decision shortly. The big problem is that with a lot of these independent acts, they forget that even if you're independent and you're signed to an independent label, it's still a label. So if you get like extremely popular, you can't just say, fuck the independent label, I'm going to do me. They still have you in a contract, and that contract is going to hold up even in court, right? For example, in Chief Keef's case, even though he's not getting sued directly, the people around him, the CEO of Film on TV is basically saying, yo, they have fucked with our contract, and we got a contract for 7 years. So I'm going to get them the fuck on out of here, or they're going to have to pay. Okay, so we'll figure out what's going on, but an injunction was being appealed by Rich Homie Quan because he does not want to be stopped from putting out music, and his label's accusing him of working a lot of side deals, of working with other labels and companies to put out music, and he's exclusively signed to Think It's a Game Entertainment. Okay, they're saying they're not co-signing some of the stuff going on, and if he's not passing it by them, it's not supposed to be happening at all. Okay, get in the comments, make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. It's just normal legal shit, man. I think a lot of people ignore the legalities of it. If you sign a contract, which everybody's so fucking desperate to sign a recording contract, you got to know that there's going to be terms you have to follow, right? If you think you're about to blow up in 2 years and you sign to this independent label that's owned by like some nigga in your hood, if you really blow up in 2 years, you can't just tell that nigga to kick rocks. He's going to say, no, I still got you on paperwork. And if you want to do a deal with, like, say, Def Jam comes hollering, we're going to have to sign a joint venture because I still got to get my bread, okay? That's just what it is, man. Get in the comments. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. I'm out.